Did you know AI will actually edit your videos for you? So let's say you have a piece of long form content ready to upload. Maybe it's like a podcast interview you've done, or like a long form training or presentation, or maybe even just like a lesson that you've had with your clients or your students, and it's already live. So now what? You know you need to turn them into clips for social media and shorts and reels and etc., but you don't know how. You're short on time, or maybe you just don't have an editor to do this for you, and you're not an editor yourself. So here is a quick strategy that you can use right now to turn one long form piece of content into tons of short form clips using AI in a matter of minutes, literally a couple clicks of your mouse. All right. And no, just to be clear, this is not an ad. I'm not being paid by this platform. I just really like it and I use it a lot. And I wanted to share it with all of you artistpreneurs so you can, do more with less time. So let's get into the training now. Okay. So this platform is called Opus Clips. You're going to go to opus.pro. And you'll be shown this first homepage. You're going to go to my dashboard. You can sign in. You can literally just drop your video right here. I'm going to upload file. I do have an account, but you don't have to have one at this specific moment. So let me find my clip. This is from an interview that I did with a client on my podcast. It's going to take a minute. It's going to tell you the time allocation, and we just kind of wait. For you will be prompted to create an account using your email. You can absolutely do this for free. It is a little bit limited on what you can do. You can try it out for free for a little bit and see if you like it. The pro features are awesome. I'll talk about those a little bit later, but you'll need to create some kind of an account after you upload your video. I just went ahead and signed up via my Google account. That's why it's just like a one-click sign in. It's super easy. You can sign up with your business account or whatever you'd like. By signing up, you will get access to a 7-day free trial for the Pro plan. I highly recommend that. Test that out. It includes 90 minutes of video processing time, and we'll talk more about the different plans later, but I just did want to give you that tidbit. Sign up for the 7-day trial. Use it for sure. Once it uploads, does take a few minutes, you'll just press this get clips in one click. But before you do that, let me show you some options here. You can do the auto feature, when it comes to translations, video language, etc. It's going to show you how many credits you're going to use if you are on a free plan. Template that I use for all of my videos. So that one shows up first, but you can scroll through here and see it's like one line, multiple lines, in the middle, at the top with an emoji. You can also go to the caption presets. That'll show you some other creators, like Mr. Beast, some other podcasters, and see what it would look like on your video. And you can manually edit these inside of the platform once you get through this page. But this is just like a preset that you can kind of one click and go. So you can also do this, which is only add caption without clipping, meaning if you want to just add the caption, maybe some effects, maybe some B-roll, which we'll talk about in a second, but you don't want it to clip it out into multiple clips, you can do that as well. I've actually used this for just like a 1-minute video clip that I didn't want it to like chop it up into mini clips. I just wanted it to add the caption. You can use that as well. That's a kind of a hidden feature. Genre of videos, this is in beta. I'm not 100% sure what this is. It's just going to okay, it's a webinar. It's a motivational speech. I believe that it will edit it in a different way depending on what you choose. Like how-to is going to be edited a little bit different than a church clip. So I haven't messed with that too much. You can also do the preferred length, right? 0 to 3 minutes, 30 seconds. You can filter it by keywords depending on what you're doing. Like if you say like marketing in it, like you want to pull out the words that say marketing because you're clipping it for a marketing podcast or something. Little things like that. Or if you don't want to mess with any, press auto and just let Opus Clips do its thing. You're more than welcome to do that. A lot of times I do that as well. I do choose my template, this one right here that I've already created once we're inside. So we're just going to say get clips in one click and wait. It'll give you a little, matrix looking waiting screen, and the estimated time really just depends on how large your video is and your internet. This is cool because you're welcome to leave this page. Like, it'll tell you when it's ready. You can surf the web everywhere else. You can, go to your Instagram. You can walk around, go shoot some more video if you want. You don't have to sit here staring at it. I'm going to pause this video and come back to it, for instance. So don't feel like you have to sit here and stare at it. It will send you an email notification, as you see on the screen right here, when it's done, which is cool. All right, and once it's ready, you'll see here, let me scroll all the way down. It took one 40 minute podcast that was recorded over Zoom into 22 clips, in a matter of minutes. We'll play one of them. You can see so it zooms in on each individual person instead of making it look like a goofy zoom, which is pretty dope. The coolest part too is it actually rates it on a rating from 0 to 100 on how viral it could be, what the hook would be. Hook, flow, engagement, trend. It even tells you why it rates that way. The beginning of this video effectively catches the audience's attention by discussing the impact of COVID-19 on various professions. So it tells you exactly why it is, so you can categorize it and post accordingly with your hashtags, however your process looks like. So it has a problem playing it back right now, but the clips look pretty good. So what you can do from here is it even gives it a cool title. You can go ahead and just download them as is without even looking at them. I like to look over them once. If you don't have a lot of time and you just want to cut to the chase and download, just download all of them, clip them on your phone, post them, and you're good to go. But what you can do here is you can edit clip, and you can go into the actual caption itself, and you can clip it accordingly. See how it says fillers and pauses? You can remove the filler words in 2 seconds. 6 filler words removed. Remove pauses, 18 of them. So awkward pauses like that, you can just click them out just like that with AI. Really cool. So then you can go in here and say, if you say, yeah, and then you stutter a little bit, you can delete that. All you got to do is click it, press delete. You can add an emoji. You can set it as the start. You can do a lot of cool stuff here. Then let's go into this section where it says design. You can change it to a square landscape if you want. Well, we want them for clips, so for now we're just going to do portrait, of course, TikTok Reels, Shorts. You can do a lot of different other stuff. You can, so split is see how it looks like this? If it was a zoom, which it is, it'll just put your face on the bottom and the other person's face on the top. If people are giving good reactions, it's good to do it that way. You can make it just fit and fill, which is exactly what it is right now. It's just zooming in on the person. Split it into 4, into 3s if there's 3 people. So if I hit split here, it'll kind of re-edit it accordingly. The B-roll I'll get back to. This is a really, really cool feature that I want to show you. You can add auto emojis. If you say, oh yeah, something happy, it'll have a little smiley face emoji, etc. You've probably seen those online before. And this is where you can edit. If you're I don't like that template that I chose at the beginning, I want to choose this one instead, the pink one. Or I want it to look like that, but I don't want it to be pink. You can go choose that down here, choose the color. The transitions, whether they bounce or underline or box up, you can mess with that and find whichever one you prefer. You can mess with shadows. You can have AI keywords highlighter. It's underneath it, it'll do a line, and you can choose a color. So if you have a brand color you want to choose. A screen overlay, I try to stay away from these. It's if you have a logo on there, if you're a podcast, that's cool. People tend to not engage with that as much as what I've seen, so I would try to avoid that, but you want to upload that as a transparent, meaning a PNG, so it's not just a big white block or something that would look stupid, but I try to avoid that. But let's do the B-roll. This might take a second to load in this video, but this is when you're watching something and they're okay, yeah. So when I was in the military, and then a B-roll footage of an army marching would come up. You can do that in one click, and they just released a new thing the other day. So normally it's just with stock footage. It pulls up from free stuff from Pexels or other pieces of stock websites. You can just choose that. This new one here is literally, it creates AI versions, meaning based on what you're saying, it will choose and create artwork based on that that's completely original. pretty mind-blowing. So this will take a second. I'll probably pause this video and let it do its thing. It does take a moment to do it. There are some, slight glitches with it, but I think the possibilities are pretty cool here with videos, and you can have original looking B-roll in your clips. So it's not like the same clip of some guy on a computer every single time. So let's wait to see what this comes up with. Okay, so it is complete. Let's see what they came up with. Again, the playback in this is a little glitchy. If I didn't mention this at the beginning, try to use this in Google Chrome right now. Opus just doesn't really like Safari. It does prefer Google Chrome, but it's still a little laggy when you do the playback, especially in here. But if you go in here, you'll see the B-roll here. You can click on it. What I like to do is go back to the caption, and you can actually see these little pictures. That is the B-roll itself. So, realistic photo of an intimate music classroom with a focus on a single wooden desk. It just created this on its own. We can put in our own prompt, but this is what it would look like. I'm going to try to play it back. Let's try to do it from here.
I think that's important to recognize and remember. I think the other thing is behind every
So, okay, you can kind of see the B-roll here, but you can see it better on this side. So it just created its own version of whatever we are saying. A lot of times they aren't the greatest, not a lot of times, a small percentage of times they're not the greatest B-roll, so go in here and edit them and check them. You can't move them around as of right now. It chooses where it should go, which I think is kind of a software flaw, if you don't mind me saying. I'd rather be able to say, right here I want B-roll and this is what I want. It just does it for us for right now. But you can delete it right here, or you can go in and put in a new prompt. Sometimes it's easier just to go back and do like the Pexel version. Again, this AI B-roll is brand new, so it's where everybody's still trying to figure it out. But the possibilities are really cool. So once you're happy with it, we're just going to say we're happy with it. We're going to press save in the top right corner, and it's going to compile everything together and allow you to download it in a few minutes. So once you are good with all of these, you see this one's still downloading because we edited it. We're going to press the download button. You can do a automatic post and scheduler. I haven't much. I am old school and I like to post them myself, but you can add your account if you have the pro version, and you will be able to auto schedule and they'll post them for you, which makes it even easier. So for a moment, let's talk about the pricing, okay? So you can do the forever free, $0. It's very limited. I don't think you can do as many titles, and you can't do as many edits, and you can't choose as many clips, and it's like the length of the clip you put in here is very limited too. But if you just want a couple at a time, I think the forever free would be fine. Starter for individual creators is about $9 a month as of right now, and this is the one with the free trial. I just went ahead and did the pro version because I liked it so much, and right now it's on special, less than $10 a month, and you can have pretty much unlimited processing. Like, you're not going to, unless you're doing major podcasting, you're not going to do more than that most likely. You can have a couple users. You can do that AI B-roll I just showed you. You can import from 10 plus sources. You can export right into Adobe Premiere if that's something that you want to do. Multiple aspect ratios, meaning if you wanted to choose it to be a square or vertical, or just a regular old 16:9. The scheduler, brand templates, and all kinds of live chat support, which they have helped me a couple times basically to tell me, hey, don't use Safari, we don't like it. That helped me as well. So you can give yourself a little calculator down here if you're not sure which one that you would use, but I just went ahead and went with the pro version because it's pretty awesome. So hopefully you like this video. Shoot us a follow and a subscribe if you want to check out more stuff like this, but I just wanted to show you how I'm using AI to clip up videos.